Today, I'd like to introduce you to one of my good friends, Puppy Bad Boy CB1100. Look at this beauty. It's such a nice bike. It has so much going for it, things I would have never thought I would have enjoyed. But the refinements, getting here, I was more relaxed than when I left. It's fine, don't worry. You're gonna be there forever if you wait. So, talking about this bike, right? It has an engine that has been in development for probably over the better part of 50 years. It is an oil-cooled inline 4-cylinder, about 1,000 cc, puts out a nice and docile 88 horsepower with 93 newton meters of torque. Now, the best part about that torque is that it's available from virtually idle. So, the one thing I can say that's really nice about this bike is you can ride it all day long at like 1,500 to 3,000 RPM. That's kind of the sweet spot if you ask me. I'll be a little bit honest and say it's a bit buzzy once you get into 4, 5, 6,000, but you don't need to be there because that's not what the bike is for. It's a relaxing ride. It's smooth, it's refined. I mean, look at the curves. These are ancient curves that have been refined for decades and decades and decades. And when you hit a bump, it's just like, oh, hello. But it doesn't try to buck you off like other sport bikes. It doesn't try to eat you alive. And so it's a different kind of bike. It's very, very heavy if you ask me. One of the interesting things is when you pick it up, you feel like you got it, and then if you slip a little, it's gonna come down on you pretty hard. So be careful and watch out. But once you get it moving, the weight disappears. It's sublime. You can ride it as carefully as you would handle a teacup. I'm not quite sure that's a good analogy, but whatever. Overall, it's not really a bike for me. You know our style here in Cageless Delinquents. We like things a little bit more, just more power. Like, let's be honest. You want it to rip your fucking face off, and that's really what we like. And between the MT-09 and the Street Triple, and to soon to come future bikes, will all be sport bikes in one way or another. And that's definitely one thing I'm not entirely, like, this bike is relaxing to ride. And that's the best part about it. You know, you got some heated grips and everything else, and it makes for a beautiful time. But it doesn't girdle the loins. It doesn't make me excited. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a nice car. It's like a nice BMW or a Mercedes. It's a pleasure to drive, much like this machine. It makes all the compromises you want to get from point A to point B over vast distances. Like, let's be honest, you can ride this bad boy for like 500 miles in a day and your ass will thank you. As opposed to riding on my Street Triple, which makes me want to, I don't know, bring a spare ass with me so I can change when I get to my destination. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today. I'm gonna go over there and feed some ducks and swans because that's what I do now. That's what this bike inspires. So I'll see you around.